This is the vlog for September 10th, 2018, and I'm in a bind. So a artist on Twitter that I have become accustomed to seeing posted by a friend on Discord named F Snow Zombie is doing a blanket open commissions until he has made enough money to pay for a new computer. I really want to support him the way I want to support all artists, basically, especially the ones that do commissions. But the prices he's offering are very good. They're very reasonable. But my problem is that having spent all week in working on these characters, that's what I want him to commission. I want to commission 5 of the 7 characters in this D&D prose setting, and if I'm reading the pricing right, that's going to set me back about... Let me look at my calculator here. Yeah, $144. And honestly, the prices that he's asking for are more per character than I would spend making the minis on Hero Forge, which is something I have definitely been considering doing. And he needs physical references, or not physical references, reference art, I assume. And I think I'm going to hold off on this for now in favor of finally finalizing some of these characters as miniatures and then having them sent to me so that I can paint them. So that I have references for any artists in the future. The other thing is that there are a couple people at work whose art I've been really impressed with, and I would I'd rather support someone locally that I know, despite really liking F Snow Zombie's style and finding it, useful, or not useful, what's the word I'm looking for? Finding it ideal for a lot of the style that I like to go for. Anyway. What a problem. What a first world problem. Where do I want to spend my $145? I actually got some prose writing done between yesterday, after I finished my vlog, and this morning. And let's see if I can do a quick tally here. If I go in here and doing it live, this is what we're doing. I'm going to take where was it? This is real television right here. I haven't finished the second chapter yet. If I copy this, I put it in. This is so exciting, isn't it? I hope this is... I can't see myself right now because the screen is being blocked. Which makes me worry that I'm actually showing what's on my screen somehow, even though I know that's not how computers work. But I wish that OneNote had a feature for word count built in. It does not. So I actually have to go in to Word and do word count. Word count. Okay. So this is 1,156 words, and the one from last night was 19 something. So basically, I've got just over 3,000 words. I think it's either just over 3,000 or very close to 3,000, which is not bad for 2 days of work, and I intend to do a little bit more tonight. I need to close you now. Close. No, I don't want to save. Okay. Back to this. I'm going to watch this afterward to make sure I don't have to redo the whole thing. It's a curious writing exercise because, for starters, it's Dungeons and Dragons. It is a campaign setting that I've created, so I'm very familiar. I'm intimately familiar with the goings on, but it's also a little bit outside what I'm used to doing because it's sort of rated M. Let me put it to you a different way. It starts off in a whorehouse, and one of the major characters is working there. So it's a little bit more ribald than a lot of the stuff I'm used to doing. I sort of wrote my novel with the idea that it would be for young adults. This story is not. This story is for people that like a bit of salacious fun in writing. And don't mean to give you my whole stomach. Let me tell you how weird it feels trying to write that kind of stuff when you're sitting at Starbucks. And I've got the hiccups too. So it's the art that I would be commissioning. I didn't even think about this. The art I would be commissioning would just be character shots. It would be characters in their adventuring gear. They would look like D&D characters. They would not look like strippers, hopefully. But that's the jumping off point. That's how the story starts, but it is not meant to be a story of D&D characters traipsing through every lewd establishment they could possibly find. Although there's something to be said for that style of writing, because those sorts of books tend to be bought in more frequent numbers than base fantasy. So that's worth noting. This is stuff that I intend to post online on an archive of our own, and I will try to provide links to the stories, maybe not as they're written, but as they're uploaded. But I've gone for 6 minutes and managed to talk about writing purple prose in the middle of Starbucks. Well, more than purple. Purple prose doesn't have to necessarily be lewd or adult-oriented. It can just be very purple. But that's a discussion for another time, I think. Anyway, I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.